Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Alpha PTE. I'm Fatima from Alpha PTE, and today's grammar video is about sensory verbs. So I'm going to discuss what are sensory verbs, how we use them, and what is the difference between a normal verb and a sensory verb. So, without much delay, let's discuss about sensory verbs in detail. So, let me take you to the whiteboard and show you and discuss you all the sensory verbs that we'll be doing today. Okay, so let's start. Before I start explaining them, let's see what is a sensory verb. A sensory verb is something that describes the senses. Okay, they are special verbs and they are used with each of our five senses. What are our five senses? To see, to hear, to touch, to feel, to taste. These are our five senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Okay, these are our five senses. Now, the verbs that are used to describe them, they are sensory verbs. Sensory verbs. First one is, or you can say, sight. How do we use the verb with the sight? Your sight is when you say you see something, all right? Then you're hearing. How do we use that? When you hear something. Then your taste. Taste again, you use the same thing, taste. And touch again, the same thing, touch. And smell, smell. Most of the time you use them with two, to see, to hear, to taste, to touch, and to smell. Okay, these are the sensory verbs that you use to describe the five senses. Okay, um, I see a white mug in front of me. I'm using the verb see. Or I hear the birds chirping around me. Or I can taste the lemon, the sourness of the lemon. And smell, I can smell fresh bread being baked. Okay, so this is how we use the uh senses, the sensory verbs. Now, how we use the sensory verbs? We normally combine them with adjectives. Okay, uh let's do that and give you a few examples. Now, normally, when we use other verbs, we normally use adverbs after them. I work quickly, I walk quickly, or I wrote quickly, beautifully, anything. We use adverbs. But with sensory verbs, we use adjectives. After sensory verbs, we have adjectives. We don't use adverbs, we use adjectives. That is the difference between normal verbs and sensory verbs. You always add adjectives after sensory verbs. Why do we use adjectives after sensory verbs? What's the reason? So with sensory verbs, the reason we use adjective is to express. What do we express? We express our preferences. What do we prefer? So, with sensory verbs, we use adjectives to express our preferences, like what we prefer, our beliefs, what we believe in, and what else. We express our feelings, our ideas, and all these things that we use for sensory verbs. So, what we use this to express our feelings, and then beliefs, then what else? Preferences. Okay, so in general, these three things we express using sensory verbs. How we use with an adjective. For example, uh, the chicken tastes amazing. Okay, or this perfume smells so sweet, or so good, so fantastic. All right. Uh, this mug is so smooth, eh, or it feels smooth when you touch it, right? Or hearing, when I listen to it, I hear the music and it's melodious or soothing. Okay, I see the mountains, they are majestic. Okay, the mountains are majestic. So you use these kind of verbs to express yourself, your feeling, the way you're feeling, your preferences. Okay. Uh it this this cake, it tastes like uh, honey. It's so sweet. It tastes like honey. Or I feel very cold. Or mm, your what else? Your coat feels very soft. Okay, so this is how you use your sensory verbs to show how you're feeling, what is your preference, what you're trying to show through them. Let me take you to the grammar rules where we describe about sensory verbs. So these verbs are unique. They are something that you don't do deliberately. You don't do it deliberately. It's spontaneous. Okay. They normally, like I said, verbs require adverbs, but these special verbs, you need adjectives like feel. You feel happy, excited. You always use adjective to show you or somebody how they are feeling. It's a verb which always requires an adjective, but normally verbs come with adverbs. Example, I feel happy, I feel sad, ecstatic, happy, joyous. The feelings. I felt the queen's pulse nervously. Okay? Taste. It will always come with an adjective. Again, it's spontaneous. Whenever you use taste unintentionally, then you use an adjective. Tastes good, tastes delicious, tastes extraordinary. Look is used in the same way as feel and taste. It will also require an adjective. Look good. Smell, again. Smell fresh. Smell nice. Smell bad. Okay. Sound is used in the same way as feel, look, smell, and taste. It also requires an adjective. Upset. You sound a little sad. You sound excited. Sounds good. So even with the verbs like you feel, smell, and all that, make sure when you have them in your fill in the blanks, they have to be with an adjective. Okay, so the blank, if it's a blank, the blank will normally be an adjective. Although they are verbs, they will be an adjective with that particular verb. So that is the difference between these sensory verbs and the normal verbs. All right, so this is just a very short video where I wanted to discuss about these special five verbs. So when you have something like this in your exam, you would know that, okay, because it's a sensory verb, I have to look for an adjective, not an adverb. That's about today's video, guys. If you like our videos, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any doubts or queries, you can join our Telegram group and contact us, and hopefully, we'll be able to help you there. I'll see you again soon in another video. Until then, take care. Bye.